Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. So today I'm here to share with you another story time. Now, this just recently happened yesterday, and I know it's been requested to do more story times, especially on my mental health. And when I go into these different episodes, I should share it. Well, this one is pretty bad, and so yesterday I was filming a requested video, and I filmed two videos yesterday. The first video I filmed was the video that you've seen this morning that I uploaded, and which is the air hose holder. And right after that video, I filmed cleaning the light fixture that used to be in the kitchen. I cleaned that, so he wants both of those items gone and out of the yard. So you're gonna see that video tomorrow, because today I'm gonna be recording some other pre-recorded video requests. And well, yesterday after I finished recording that video, this was the onset of my Manic episode. Now, 2 days prior, I was in like a depressed, hypomanic state. I would go in and out of depression and hypomania. I had paranoia. I was having delusions. Like, I was very delusional, and I was hallucinating and hearing voices, like having nightmares, and just the typical like depression and like hypomania type symptoms with psychosis. And the delusions that I was having was like, I was feeling like I was being watched, followed. I felt like someone was wanting to harm me, or they had like hidden motives. It was just like the typical like paranoia symptoms that I would normally experience before the onset of an episode. Well, those 2 days prior, I was having those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions. I was in and out of psychosis and in and out of like depression and hypomania manic state. Well, yesterday, after I filmed those two videos, when I filmed the first video, I was a little anxious, and you can see me like drifting off and just not really paying too much attention to what I was doing in the video, more so what was going on around me. Like, if a bird flew by, if I heard noise, a plane, whatever, I would stop and just more so focus in that direction. And I would be more so like in like a paranoid, anxious state where I wasn't really focused like I normally would be. After filming that video, I took a break for a little bit, and about an hour later, I filmed the second video, which was the light fixture. And that one, you can tell not only was I experiencing a migraine, but you could tell that I was like really like paranoid and anxious in that video, more so than the other. And I just kept more so fixated on everything around. I would stop, listen, just look around. Those videos are a mess. It really is. But I really wanted to get those videos filmed and uploaded because he's been wanting me to get rid of those items. So I was like, let me just do this, get it over with. And well, when I finished filming the second video, I started putting everything away. When I went to grab the tripod and my phone to bring it inside, I went to close the sliding glass door. Not completely, but when I went to close it, I heard my door close. And it scared me. Like, I literally jumped and I got like instantly like panicky and nervous. And I'm like, someone's in this house. Like, that's what I was thinking. Someone's in this house. Someone is listening. Someone's watching. Someone's waiting for me in my room. Like, I literally like heard the door like shut, close, and it scared me. So I went in the hall to look around. I came in my room. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no one. I didn't see anything. I was a nervous wreck. I said, you know what, let me just go, because if there is someone in this house, I don't want to be in here alone. Like, something bad's gonna happen. That's my initial thought. I'm like, someone is in this house, someone is watching, someone is listening, someone is, I feel eyes like all around me. Like, just, I need to leave now. Let me just go, because I'll feel safer if I leave than being in this house. Like, that was my thought. Because again, I'm like on the onset of like, at this point I'm manic, and I'm like wanting to like flee and go. Usually when I'm hypomanic, I have these symptoms and these feelings and emotions, but I'm not really wanting to like flee and run. You know what I mean? I'm more so still doing what I normally would do, but on an anxious state where it's not completely distracting. You know what I mean? But at this point, I was already like in that manic episode. I was already fixated. I was already like wanting to leave. So I left. I grabbed my wallet, I grabbed my keys, and I grabbed 3 cards. There's 3 gift cards that I grabbed, and they had like $2 on each card, so it ranged around maybe like $7, because some had like 33 cents, another one was like 50 something cents, the other one was like 88 cents. So it was close to like $7 or a little over that I had on those cards. Now, I called these cards previously before I left the house, and so I just left. I sent a message to someone letting them know that I was leaving, because every time I leave, some shit happens with me, with a guy. You know what I mean? I'm always in a situation where some guy is following me, bothering me, just trying to approach me. So, you know, I sent this message to let them know, look, I'm leaving. If something happens, you know, what I'm doing, where I was at, so forth. I leave. I get to the store, and my initial like thought before I even went in, I said, you know what, maybe this is a bad idea. Like, I felt like someone was like following me, or someone was like watching me, like from afar. Like, that was like, I still had those feelings and those thoughts, you know, running through my mind when I got there. So like, well, let me just go inside. Well, the person that I normally that's normally there was not there. There was someone else. And at this point he was sleeping. And the guy behind me who was waiting to make his purchase, he's like, dude, wake up. And I initially went there to grab some dish soap for some video requests that's been requested lately. And I didn't want to use up all of his dish soap on those videos. So I wanted to grab my own. I should have just went to Dollar Tree because I probably could have gotten so much more for my money, but I went there. I said, let me just get it now. I could film these videos later if I'm like in that mindset. And I grabbed the soap. I grabbed 2 bottles. I get to the counter and I show him my cards, and he said, okay, scan it. So I scanned it, and I see on the machine, thank you for your purchase. And I heard a beep. Then he said, it didn't go through. Then I see denied on the machine, and I'm like, why did it say thank you and then it just said denied? So he said, I don't know, do you have any more cards? So I pulled out my other 2 cards and I scanned each one. I heard a beep, thank you for your purchase. I heard it 2 more times. And then I seen the denied each time. And he's like, I don't know what's going on. So he's like, scan it again. And this time he's taking the card, he's flipping it on the other side, away from the scan bar, and the opposite side where the scanner is. And I'm thinking, what is this guy doing? Like, I don't know. So I grabbed the cards, I went to scan all 3 once again. I didn't hear no beep. There was nothing on the cards, like they were just drained. And then he's like, well, you must not have any money on the card, so just put everything back because nothing's free. As if I'm trying to go in there and take from him. It was completely bizarre. I was in a different mindset. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. Now that I'm medicated, I'm clear-headed, and I can see everything much clearly than I did before. That man completely stole my money, then made me put everything back, accused me of taking from him, and I had no choice but to leave because he took what was on those cards, and I just bought those 3 cards with me. I wasn't going to carry cash to me going up to the store. Like, I won't do that, you know what I mean? I'm not going to carry cash on me when I'm out by myself, or just anytime, So, I usually just, I don't know. At this time, I was like furious. I was embarrassed. I was angry. So I just left. Instead of walking through the plaza like I did going in, I went through the parking lot. Yes. I walked through the parking lot. And at this time, I was so upset, like, I'm crying because this asshole just took my fucking money. So I'm sending a message and I'm calling someone. They're not fucking answering. So I'm like pissed, I'm crying, I'm like upset. I'm not even paying attention to my surroundings, okay? I'm just fixated, I'm on my phone. That's all I'm doing. I'm not worried about anything else around me. Like, I'm supposed to be like hyper vigilant, but I'm more fixated on my phone at this point. And I'm walking by this van, and this guy says, "What the fuck, can't say hi?" And I look over, which I shouldn't have even looked over at him, because that's a mistake. when someone is trying to approach you, or someone has bad intentions and are trying to pick you up, or you're alone, you're by yourself, that's the worst thing you can do. So I looked over and I started walking faster, and he said, "Get back here now." So I heard the van start up. I heard the tires friggin' make a full circle, and he started coming after me. I ran, I turned into a street, and I hid behind someone's car. Because I'm so small, I can hide behind someone's tire and just sit there. You can't see me. And that's, I ran and I hid behind someone's car, and I can just see the van just going by, slowly, doing this, like trying to find me. And I sat there and I waited, and I was crying, okay? Not only did some fucker just take my money, now I got this asshole fucking following me, trying to abduct me. I'm alone. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. They're not gonna answer. They're not gonna answer my message. I'm gonna send a voice message. So I sat right there. I sent a voice message of what was going on around me, what just happened. And when I didn't see the van coming down that street that, you know, I came upon, I waited till he left, and I just ran home. I just ran home. I was crying, I was scared, I was upset. Not only did I feel like I was being watched, someone was in the house, I needed to leave to get away because I didn't feel safe at home. I needed to leave, which put me more in danger than I was already in. I was already like, I put myself in more danger leaving the house, thinking that I was already in danger. I put myself in even more dangerous situation. And this is why I need to be medicated. This is why when I go through these episodes, I don't think clearly. I just make sudden impulsive decisions. I want to run, I want to flee, I want to get away from whatever danger that I feel that I'm in, that I'm going to feel safer if I just get away. It could be anywhere. I'll do this anywhere. Like, there's another story that I need to tell you that happened similar to this like a few years ago. It's gonna blow your mind, but it's within the same circumstance of me being paranoid, anxious, wanting to flee. And I was in that mindset. When I'm paranoid, I'm having a manic episode, I want to flee and run. And I'm full of anxiety and stress. I'm crying, and I get home and I'm a nervous wreck. I close all the blinds, I lock all the doors, I hide in my room, I turn everything off, all the lights. Like, I was scared. I was convinced that this motherfucker was going to follow me home and hurt me. Like, that was my initial, like, that's probably what his intentions were. This guy looked like he was drunk off his ass, for one. Like, I didn't even notice him in the vehicle. Now when I was going there, I didn't see anything. Like, my mind was just fixated on, let me just go there, get the soap, and go home. But walking through the field, through the parking lot, put myself in danger.